Tonight on Castranger, Gar's back!
Huh. Isn't it very suspicious that this whole time Emily's been recording with us, Gar hasn't been on, but then Emily leaves, and Gar's suddenly here?
Why does Gar's IP address say New Jersey?
Because I'm visiting a writer friend from New Jersey.
New Jersey. I love that. I love that gif.
We're never going to let this die, are we?
No. We're always going to constantly believe that you and Emily are the same entity.
Not even if the show goes on for 10 years.
Even when you both are on at the same time, that's just the space-time continuum collapsing for like a brief moment.
But you know what's not collapsing? Cueing that roll call.
Featuring our brand new roll call with guest star, the voice of the Zenkaiger power sets, Lenne Hardt!
Right! Zenkaiger Connect
Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect! Showrunning super savant.
Level up!
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loudon Online, Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse, Ultracaster, Gar.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014. Radio Sentai Castranger.
And welcome everyone to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 479. Sorry, my voice is a little scratchy.
That gave me chills, baby.
It's Rotom.
Episode Rotom? Nice.
That's Rotom, one of the cutest, coolest fucking ghost-type Pokemon to ever exist. You can turn into a lawnmower, a fridge, an oven.
My favorite's the lawnmower.
I like the washing machine. He's apparently very competitive too.
How are you supposed to get those other forms?
By clicking on appliances.
There's like a room with like all the appliances, and you just put Rotom into one of those appliances, and then it turns into it.
And I think in later generations, they give you like an appliance magazine catalog to use instead.
Oh, there you go. Throwback to the old Castranger Zenkai gears.
Anyways, yes, I've been teasing it forever, but it's finally here as part of this month celebrating Castranger's 10th anniversary. And people might want to start clicking on other things around the Castranger community, because I have also just this moment, as part of our 10-year anniversary celebration, freshly updated all of the Castranger websites, the Podbean, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Discord, all got a fresh coat of paint, brand new logo, brand new emblem, brand new models for everybody. Freshly updated, everything is brand new. Radio Sentai Castranger is celebrating being on the air since 2014, and as you just heard, the cherry on the top of this celebration cake is that yes, we got Lenne Hardt, the voice of the Geartolinger, to do a call out for Castranger, which is now in our roll call. We actually have the voice of a power set from tokusatsu in our roll call.
We have come full circle, my friends.
It's so good.
So bad.
I don't think you updated the YouTube channel yet.
I'm applying the change now. I had to like do a fucking like, is this really you? We're gonna send you a thing to verify. So.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you're probably wondering why Ichi's voice sounds so groggy. It's because he's been sucking our own ego for the last 5 minutes.
No, I've just spent 6 hours at the hospital this morning.
Yeah, you did.
The positive news is, it's not arthritis.
Arthritis is not fun.
No.
Nor when you spell it as arthritis.
So yeah, the YouTube channel changes should be effective now as well.
Time to refresh the page.
All right. Anyone watching the video of this episode might notice that Gar is still using the old suit on the overlay. That's because he hasn't yet recorded his new roll call because he is going to be changing. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the contract's up, so it's either change or die. I chose death.
Yeah, so this will be Ultracaster's last episode.
I got robotics on me, so. Forgot you had that.
I was also scared for a moment.
I'm getting flashbacks to Cell when he had the gun on that one episode.
Yeah.
I literally just was like my brain just went like Will Smith from Suicide Squad, just smelling the gun. Like, you jokers must be crazy.
Yo, jokers must be crazy.
So you telling us for some kind of radio Sentai? All right. So for those who might not know who we are, killer episode to choose to tune into. We are a gaggle of Rotom appliances who gather every week to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing. Our topics for this week are Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 28, Boonboomger episode 4, and our feature topics are episodes 5 and 6 of Senki Zesshou Symphogear.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the Fies movie, but then I was like, I kind of want to finish my rewatch of Fies before we talk about that.
Oh, the Fies movie's so good.
Lane and I watched it. It was good.
It was so good.
So I thought, well, what's something that we haven't talked about yet? Something that. So I went into the catalog and I'm like, how about Symphogear?
It's only been for what, 4 years?
It's only been like 4 years. Why not?
We only watched it because like Toku was on hiatus for a month, so we were like, well, we need stuff to fucking Villa, and then people voted for Symphogear.
Well, after today, 6 episodes down and 4.5 seasons to go.
We saw Chris. That's all that matters.
Yeah, all right. But before we get into that, we got some news to talk about.
News about.
News mode.
There it is.
Jiva will get to that.
All right. First off, something I know Lane's happy about. They announced the DX toy release of the Kamen Rider. We talked a little bit about this last week, but now we have the full official images.
Okay, you know that this form is good when fucking Evan likes it.
Oh, Raven?
Yeah, he saw it. He was like, okay, that's actually a step up from Complete Decade. I actually like this. That was like,
this is a man who has been seen on video laughing his ass off at Decade and DN Complete form.
Anyways, I can't not wait to fucking get this. I'm so excited. This form is so fucking cool. So awesome.
I will say, I think it's cool that the eyes on it glow different colors. I'm noticing that.
Yeah, so apparently what it does is like he has the ability to like turn into like the final forms of like all the riders. But what's cool is that if you use the regular like rider card, Chemy cards in the Kamen Rider, it does like the final form sounds.
I was gonna say it has to do something different to warrant a new toy in a new form.
Yeah, look at that legendary legend. Like, oh, it just beautiful suit.
Well, I like how they sort of kept the in the promo image for 02 there. It says in English, just road to glory has to lead to growing path to change 1 to 2.
Kamen Rider 02.
Yeah, because when you scan all the rider cards, it does like the final form
sound.
chimes. So
is that the chime for 02?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Road to glory has to lead to glory path to change 1 to 2. Kamen Rider 02.
I always like the standby chime because it's like, let's give you power.
Yeah, which people hacked from the belt the week we got it, so we were wondering forever what that form was gonna be.
Yeah, look at this card. His card's super fucking cool. Imagine the parallel of that.
Oh, God.
That's gonna be fucking gorgeous.
Parallel legendary legend.
Oh my god.
I want them to do a state. I want them to do a stage show for Gotchard where they hand out an exclusive card, but it's like the Mecha Mewtwo card where it's like oversized.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't fit in anything.
So I'm gonna guess the way this works is if he puts a rider card in while it's attached to his belt, he transforms into the rider. But if he puts a card while it's in gun mode, that he summons the rider.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's DN's whole thing.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. No. This is literally Decade and the End, but better.
Coming together as one.
That's literally the point of Legends Set. It's to flex on both Decade and the End, combining both of their abilities.
With a little bit of Omazeo sprinkled in.
Yeah, the shoulders for Legendary Legend are totally Omazeo's shoulders.
Yeah, look, both these cards are badass, man. Oh my god, I fucking love this rider so goddamn much.
Now I want to see like a transition fade from one to the other.
Legend's so fucking cool. I can't wait for him to show up in the show.
So let's see. Anyone looking to buy the DX Legend Kamen Riser? It's 5720 yen, releasing April 27th. Or you can buy it as a set with the Legend Driver for 11,770 yen.
Take my money. Take my fucking money.
All right. Next, they announced the CSM Kamen Rider Ryuki V-Buckle 4 Masked Riders set, aka the belt, but it only comes with Ryuki, Knight, Zolda, and Oja, the 4 really important ones.
So the 4 survivors.
Yeah.
No,
well,
but no, because Ryuki died, Zolda died, and Oji
everyone
died.
except Knight died.
Okay,
but then they reset it, so none of it mattered.
Okay, let me rephrase that. It's the 4 members that actually survived the show up until the finale.
They're the 4 main riders. Like Ryuki's the main, Knight's the secondary, Zolda's the tertiary, and then Oja's the 4th.
Let's call it
badass.
Let's call this what it is. It's Geats, Tycoon, Nago, and Buffa.
Yes, thank you.
Which one's Nago?
Knight, the black and yellow one. The colors match up. Geats and Ryuki are red, Tycoon and Zolda, Nago and Knight, and Oja and Buffa.
No, Ryuga's the Dark Rider. Get it right.
Oja the Dark.
Oja's just an ass fuck.
Yeah, no, Oja's just the murderer psychopath.
I mean, to be fair, if all the riders were together at the end of the game, Oja would have won because he killed most of them, and that was the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
No. If anything, Oja gets play of the game.
Play of the game. Just clips of him murdering the other 2 to the song from Overwatch.
just killing Raya, killing Guy.
You just see the fucking like as like killed Raya, killed Guy.
I will say it was satisfying seeing Oja's death in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Because he went like blank form Oja, and then he just got like, didn't he get like eaten by the Venice Staker?
Oh no, Ryuga killed his ass.
Oh yeah, Ryuga did kill his ass. That's right.
All right, so yeah, this comes with
this, but it's only the 4.
Yeah, it's the 4 card decks, and it looks like it comes with all their main cards. For Ryuki, we got Drag Rider, Final Vent, Sword Guard, Strike Vent. For Knight, we got Darkwing, Final Vent, Sword, Trick, Nasty, and Guard Vent. For Zolda, we got Magna Giga, Final Vent, Shoot, 2 different kinds of Shoot Vent, Strike Vent, and Guard Vent. And for Oja, we got Venosnaker, Final Vent, Sword, Unite, Genocider, and his triple Final Vent card. Yes, that's a pretty big bundle.
It'll always trigger me that, like, I know in their survive forms they get the proper colors, but I hate that, like, base Ryuki and Knight, they both have a black colored deck instead of, like, red and blue. It bothers me so much.
Yeah, a little bit.
Every other Ryuki rider has like a properly colored deck based off their rider color, but like not those 2.
Well, Knight's is, Ryuki's isn't.
Oh yeah, okay. Well then, fucking more reason to not like Ryuki.
What were you gonna say,
I
Garth?
like Ryuga more. Ryuki's cooler.
Don't worry, Ryuki, you're still my number 2.
Zolda and Emperor were my favorite. Zolda because he was the gun-wielding badass lawyer, and then Emperor because just his story was just so fucking sad.
Just, don't worry, Ryuki, you're my number 2. What the fuck? I'm sorry, man. The demon. The demon with the stamps.
Thank you.
Cry at the end.
Thank you, number 2.
That set that Decker just posted, like that's like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000. It was a big.
See, look, the survive version of Ryuki's deck is red.
No, I know, but that bothers me. The regular buckle's not red.
Well, then get it and paint it red.
No. At least this set comes with like a blank deck and the Abyss deck.
This is my solution. If a thing you like isn't the color you like, you get it painted, like I do.
And it looks shit.
Well, then find a better painter.
Well, then just 3D print it.
No.
Just every picture you take of it, just Photoshop it.
I do like the V buckle though, because I like how simple it is.
Streamlined it is.
You just put the thing in the belt and
you say Kamen Rider, and
it spins.
The deck like tornadoes itself in there.
That's legit the number one reason why I don't want to watch Dragon Knight, because I fucking hate hearing them say that.
Despite how good Dragon Knight does eventually get, it never gets less stupid seeing them go Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider.
I promise you, it doesn't get less stupid.
I think at Power Morphicon, they did a Dragon Knight panel that like first came out. Like they gave them the V buckles. It's like, can you guys please just say henshin?
I remember I saw that clip. Could you please say henshin like a sane person?
It was always funny too, because like Saiga was like the foreigner, so like he spoke English, but he still said henshin.
Yeah,
even though he should have transform.
You don't fuck with tradition.
Anyways, this is cool. At least this set's like only like $250.
Yeah, premium Bandai web exclusive, 22,000 yen, releasing in November.
That's reasonable.
I love that it's coming out in November, despite the fact that it's already a thing that exists.
Oh, here, this is interesting. So the set comes with 23 advent cards, but they do not have built-in NFC chips. They are only just plastic. The other versions of the cards have chips in them?
Yeah, that's how. That's how it was to scan with the drag redder in like the weapons.
Oh, okay.
So these ones are literally just for display only.
All right. By pressing, it has a BGM button playing 4 kinds of background music from the series.
Ryuki Henshin, Final Event, as well as insert songs.
Atanaki Inochi and Revolution.
Yeah, I love that we learned that the Ryuki opening was sung by Riku Matsumoto. So I was like, holy fuck.
Well, then we're going to have to make them by demand. It's Ryuki. This will probably sell. Where's my gold V buckle? Like, belt
for Odin?
So that, for Odin, the survive forms. That's that. You know what? That'll probably be a set after this. If this sells well, calling it now, gold V buckle with Odin in the 3 survive cards, 3 survive decks, Ryuki, Knight, and Oja. That's how you're gonna have to get Oja.
I'm just glad we got a proper Odin henshin in the Ryuki Zeo special. Fuck. It was so cool.
All right, moving on. In SH Figure Arts news, they announced a Shinkocho Seiho figure of Kamen Rider X.
Oh, wait, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It looks good. I've always liked X's design.
Damn, that stick extends far.
Oh, yeah, the Rider Whip?
It comes in stick and jump rope forms.
I just realized he has like a V on his helmet. That bothers me.
Because he's the 5th Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
But it's Kamen Rider X, and X is the Roman numeral for 10.
Well, how about this? Look at the black V and then the red V, and then imagine that the red V was upside down, and there's your X.
Well, he also has an X on his chest.
That too.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, SH Figure Arts Kaizorg X, or as what Tachibana later referred to him as, Kamen Rider X.
You know what you do to display this? You take your X figure art, You post it, and then you make like a a backdrop of like his dad laughing in the sunset in the ocean, and just put that behind him. There you go.
If you have,
it's Kamen Twitter.
if you have like a narrow little alcove, you take his stick and like suspend it in the alcove, and then have him just like hanging from it.
So we watched Kamen Rider X, like all of Kamen Rider X, in the Discord.
Wow.
I can definitely say it was probably the last best Kamen Rider show since Sky Rider. But that's saying it like that's putting it politely. The show halfway gives up.
Oh, fun.
If I ever want to watch a show, a Rider show in full, I want to watch Super One. I love Super One.
Yeah, I feel like I have a duty to watch Super One because my online name is Super Ichi. I didn't realize that until after I changed it.
Oh, she's just fucking cool. I love Super One.
I love how Decker, like, as Decker posted in the chat, you can now make him do the rider kick on Tachibana, which he then never do for the rest of the show. Like, Tachibana trained him to do this special rider kick, and then he proceeds to never use it.
Oh, wow.
Wait, so he never does a rider kick ever?
Like, he does a rider kick, but he does, like, this special rider kick that, like, okay, do you remember how in the Kamen Rider Tyson movie, when he throws his pole into the air, he does, like, flips and then does the kick?
Yeah.
He never does that in the show.
Oh, so that was, like, something that X fans got to finally see?
Yeah, the X fans were like, oh my fucking god, he did it!
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. He did do it.
Oh, they all look good together.
Yeah.
They're probably going to do stronger next year in a reissue of Amazon.
I love this one image of him be doing a praise the sun pose.
Oh yeah, that's him mid jump in the
because he's doing an X
to do the X.
He makes an X. Get it?
Get it!
We all have to thank Mazinger for it.
All right. So this item is 145 millimeters tall. Comes with the Rydal stick, whip, long pole, Rydal rope, grip with button, interchangeable hands. His impressive scarf with the letter X is made of wired fabric, allowing you to recreate cool action scenes with ease. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 9,900 yen, October release.
Where's my swappable helmet where like the paint has faded and it's green?
I thought you were gonna ask for like, I want a version of the helmet I can assemble piece by piece, like his engine.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Amazon has to be. We already did get Amazon.
Yeah, it looks. The renewal Amazon is fucking fantastic.
But is it Amazon or is it I am Amazon?
No, we haven't gotten Sky Rider yet. But when they do make Sky Rider, that's gotta be an instant buy for me.
Cool.
That's a clean design.
All right, moving on. We got some more updates regarding ride comments over the last week or so, including the opening sequence of the game, and they basically paraded all the Ikemen riders and all the different city districts of the game. I don't think I've seen a single second of actual gameplay footage yet, though.
No, of course not.
But I will say though, the theme song is a fucking bit, or the theme song is a jam. Sorry, I was reading the comment on the Discord at the same time. The theme song's really good.
I'm in a hurry because I don't care.
Yes. Get Back by Yamatsuki. The game takes place in Nijigao City, a place where nature and civilization are in complete harmony. The city hides a secret, an evil society known as Chaosism. A group that
Chaosism.
It's like the evolution of extremism.
Chaosism.
One day, the protagonist learns of the existence of a certain Kamen Rider who lost his memories due to the body modifications made by Chaosism. Probably pronounced Chaosism.
Hey, bro, you heading to class soon? Yeah, we are studying up on Chaosism today.
You, the main character, have inherited the role of an agent from your late father by supporting the Kamen Riders. You must change the predetermined destinies of 16 Kamen Riders. all of different ages, occupations, beliefs, and self-individuality, including the fight to restore their memories.
No, I don't care.
You know what? Here's a better thing that you should do. That plot synopsis is very similar to the book Inferno Girl Red. Go read that. That's like $20. It's a really great book. It's part of the massive verse with Radiant Black and all that.
I was gonna ask him, like, is that based around a Radiant Black's universe?
Yeah, or rather, it's an adjacent to Radiant Black's universe, but the Infernal Girl Red has crossover with them.
Are they just gonna do characters of every color and then unite them in a color crossover?
Okay, that's the theory on how the current arc's going to end.
Yeah, the article here also mentions the 5 areas and the groups, but I've already talked about that before in previous episodes, so I'm not going to bother everyone with all that.
Plot to King Odrin.
Don't go there. I could be petty and say that's also the plot of Fire Emblem Engage and several other video games that came out in 2023.
Oh my god, I'm staring at the thumbnail photo. It just... Some of them just look like PNGs. They don't look like properly, like, on the ground.
Wait till you see them actually quote-unquote animated. It just looks so painfully wireframey.
Oh, I don't want to watch it.
I just don't care.
Yeah,
just to see.
I'll just go ahead and also join you. I'm not super interested in this. The theme song was good, but this is not shaping up to be something I will bother with.
As soon as I found out it was a mobile game, I lost all interest.
It just...
Don't care.
Guys, we could have put money into something else.
We're talking about it because it's our duty to report news.
Anyways, if they couldn't make me not care about this anymore, oh boy, did they make me not care about this even more. Ichi?
Oh yeah, so in related news, they announced the Chaos Driver and rings that they will use to transform.
Fucking rings! My favorite.
Not only are they not fully masked just to show off that they're handsome men, but they're transforming with shitty plain-looking belts and fucking weird gem-like rings that aren't even as cool as the wizard rings.
No, it's not that I don't hate like, the wizard rings are cool. I didn't like that Ichi kept talking about, like, actual jewelry based around toku
I
stuff.
don't make the news, I just distribute it.
No, but you choose what we talk about.
Okay, I do.
Maybe some people in our audience want to buy the rings. You ever think of that?
No.
I really like the double one because it is like half and half.
Yeah. Some of them are clever.
These remind me of those they came out when Sun Moon was a thing. The
mega rings?
Yeah,
the Z rings.
Yeah, the Z rings for the bracelet thing. That's what these are remind me of.
Yeah. The things that let you do Z moves.
Rings. They're nice looking rings, I just don't care.
Well, the rings come in cereal boxes. Yes, they'll come in.
They're just samey. They're just like, it's one mold with just different colors and different emblems. It just screams low effort.
Collect them all.
Wait a minute, that's just Power Rangers.
Well,
It's the same mold, just with different colors.
at least their helmets were different.
I want someone to buy this to recreate the famous Hal Jordan thing where he's wearing all the rings. I'll get a picture of it just to showcase it. Basically, long story short, Hal Jordan lost his hometown. Hal Jordan is Green Lantern, of course. Yeah. He lost his entire city, blamed the Guardians for it, and basically just started killing every single Green Lantern.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get this beautiful image with all the Green Lanterns.
That's a lot of willpower.
So
I want someone to recreate it with these.
Here's the other main problem with this. If they were pairing this with the actual Chaos Driver, this might be more interesting, but it's not. They're just releasing the 16 rings as a set, which means the rings do nothing.
No.
You know what would have
belt for this look like?
You know what would have been a really cool idea, and this would have fallen into some like marketing scheme, I'm sure. It would have been cool if the rings were each sold separately, and buying them and they had like a little NFC chip in them. You scan them on your phone's NFC reader, and that's how you unlock that rider.
That'd be neat.
That would have been a neat thing to do. That might have made this game more interesting, I think.
Oh, what the fuck am I looking at? That's the belt?
Oh, the Chaos Driver? It's so plain, right? It's just a slab of metal on their waist.
You know what? After
crystal or whatever.
You know what? I think after this month, I think we're done talking about this thing.
Yeah, probably.
Thank God.
Why not? Starting April, we're no longer talking about the Ride Commons project.
No.
Unless they do something out of nowhere amazing suddenly.
Stage play.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past them.
Nice. Fuck
Yeah.
rings.
I pulled up a picture of the Chaos Driver on the video. It's literally just a fucking hunk of crystal on their. It just screams low effort.
Just like this mobile game. Everyone's like green. Jesus Christ.
Just a reminder: someone at Ishimori Productions had to sign off on all this.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, that was good. Yeah, this is okay.
This feels like their attempt to capture something well out of their normal demographic.
Like a female demographic or something.
Or just anyone who's into, like, otome games.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a thing.
Cool.
And we're done with the news.
Thank God. I'm just kidding.
So in summation, not for us. Alright, let's get into Gotchard.
Woo!
Juggler time.
So the episode opens with the shrine to Geats. Kind of.
Oh, sweet. So it picks up where I left off.
But no, this is...
Okay, so...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let you finish what you were about to say.
If you wanted to talk about previous episodes or whatever...
Okay, yeah. So I've been slowly catching up on Gotchard. I'm not up to episode 28 yet. I'm up to episode 10, 10 per se, I think. Yeah, 10. I'm really, really liking this show.
What do you think of Boruto from I think Ep 6, Spanner's rival?
The hard feel of like I'm gonna get my revenge, dude. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
It's like that's the perfect way to end that whole episode. Just I don't even know who you are.
That's totally the Thanos meme.
No, Spanner's my favorite character.
Hi, Jerry.
I like the whole card gimmick thing of just like I even like how it takes him Hotaro. Oh yeah, Hotaro. I would be like, wait a minute. They add up to 10. Okay, I can figure this out. So that just makes me think, like, is there like an unlimited amount of possibilities as long as it adds up to 10?
Technically.
I don't know if the whole 10 thing is a strictly forced limitation. They never once explain why each card pairs up with the other. It's just a thing Hotaro just chooses to do.
Yeah, it's some of the forms are CGI.
To counter what Decker's saying, on the actual cards that are sold in the real world, they have the icon that they pair with, but the cards in the show, which we've seen on the website and the marketing, don't have that pair icon. So there's not really a canon reason why forms are matched with each other. It's just sort of, oh, these two cards I'm holding now. Guess I'll use them. And I'm also still upset that there's no like thematic. For the most part, there's a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, there's no thematic meaning or reason for why specific cards are paired up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of forms that feel like, why these two?
No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it, and hopefully I'm fully caught up by next week because I got a weekend and no school this week.
Fun.
Spring break.
All right. Well, speaking of break, this episode opens with Renge on vacation, going back to her family's hometown of Kokonotsu Village, where we get to meet her grandma, who promptly slaps a mosquito off her and then piggyback rides her.
That picture.
Okay, I'll say this. She's my favorite female character in the show so far.
Cell's favorite too.
Yeah. Especially when she dressed up in the deer Kigu.
Yep.
I find her to be very adorable.
Yeah, it was cute when like her grandma's like, "Come on, jump up my back," just like old times. She's like, "No," proceeds to do it anyway.
Yep. I'm sad we didn't see him, but they mentioned that Sabi went somewhere to fix Isaac, so that'll be nice to see when he comes back.
Maybe we'll get the Isaac driver.
Ooh, maybe.
Did you guys mention how Sabi is sort of like what's his name from Tiger and Bunny?
Who?
The very quiet guy.
Oh, Kami Cyclone?
I did not make that comparison.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh, it's like the guy from Tiger and Bunny who's like very, very quiet.
His name is Ivan.
He's Russian.
Yeah.
Is he Russian?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Russian.
Oh.
Which makes it extra weird that he dresses up as a very Japanese suit. So the other main characters are basically returning to the Alchemy Academy, and they just get a really quick phone call from their bosses at the Alchemy Alliance. We are shocked that Garion was bad. I don't know how we didn't see that. Anyway, bye.
I don't believe it. They're full of shit.
Yeah, and they even comment on it. It's like they don't really make any big changes like that unless there's like something is fucking with them in a series where we've seen people's memories get fucked with several times.
Yeah.
Once that's on the table, nothing is off the table.
No. Also, Minato goes through like he's like, oh, I kind of feel uncomfortable coming back here. I just feel like I've hurt you all. I just feel like I don't deserve to be here. And Otaro's like, no, we need you. You're our teacher.
Yeah, we gotta just. I kind of respect that the show's just blasting through this really quick. That whole like, oh, I don't deserve to be with you, and we're like, fucking sit quiet. Just come hang out with us.
We fucking love you. Shut up.
Yeah, it could be worse. You could be moping around for like 5 episodes wondering, oh, I don't deserve to be a part of the team. And it's like, no, we really need you. No, I'm just going to keep walking around aimlessly because I don't know what to do. Thanks, B-Fighter, for fucking wasting 5 episodes. For finale. More Borgtober coming October.
Oh, fun.
I want to talk more about B-Fighter. It's boring.
That's what the B stands for.
No, we're getting to the second half where it's called Better Fighter.
The two arcs of B Fighter, Boring Fighter and Better Fighter. So we get introduced to, at Kokonotsu Village, the spiritual protector of the village, Starshine Hoshino.
No, it's motherfucker and Jugless Juggler.
Yeah.
It's just Juggler.
I've been informed that he's played by Jugular Juggler.
Yeah, Takoya Aoyagi.
But like in all serious though, this guy's amazing. Like his acting is just so fucking good. He's so funny. His comedic timing is just fucking great. And the best thing is they paired him up with Kajiki. Kajiki's back.
So this is where he's been.
He's been a hype man to fucking Jugless Juggler.
If I had $1 for every time Aoyagi made a cameo in a Kamen Rider series, I'd have $2.
It's not a lot, but it's weird. It happened twice.
Yeah.
I love
Also,
that
this next
Kajiki's
episode-
I love that Kajiki referred to himself as Pandora Kajiki. Oh
Did they
man,
ever explain whatever happened to the chick that he ended up meeting in Kyoto?
I think they're still seeing each other, but it hasn't been shown on screen for a while.
Like, look at these two. Like, I hope we get to see this guy again.
Yeah, these two have like Jesse and James energy, like the comedic duo.
Oh, they're still
Anyways.
dating? Perfect.
Anyways, this is my headcanon is that this is Juggler.
It's Juggler on his downtime.
It's
Well-
just Juggler out and about.
Well, he is wearing several orbs.
Yeah! Fucking nice little subtle reference there, Gotchard, you bastards.
What do you expect? The director is freaking Taguchi, the guy that birthed Orb.
Yeah,
Gross.
very true.
Funny enough, you know what Orb's original pre-production name was?
What?
Blazar.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, apparently Taguchi's had Blazar in the can for like years.
Wow.
By the way, about Kajiki, I love that he ended up as someone else's sidekick after we had him as Butler for Legend.
Yeah, oh, but again, Legend's gonna show up, and Butler's gonna be with him, and then we're gonna have the Kajiki Butler meetup.
Yo,
gonna
I kind of hope so.
Make Kajiki part of the main group, for fuck's sake! I love this guy. I love this character.
Are they still wiping his memory?
Yes!
Oh my
He
god.
should have brain damage by now.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Like, we feel so sorry for him.
He reminds me a lot of Utsumi from
Build?
the Gridman anime.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense. Same writer.
Yeah.
Both Taguchi and Juggler actors do Chemy, so that's cool.
Including one from this episode. So, Renge and the Grandma think that there are yokai attacking the village, and surprising exactly 0 people, they turn out to be the Chemies, Berosol, and Kereri.
And I forgot the whole thing about Rene, that's like, she loves horror. So
Yeah,
she's
so
just
everyone's
laughing and everything.
screaming their faces off, and Rene's there grinning like a fucking idiot.
So then
Yeah, that was explained in the Kyoto episode.
Yep.
Where they're going through the haunted house, and she's like, "I love it. Let's do it."
this is so fun. Oh yeah, so this is one of 2 best shots in the entire episode, where they just kind of force Hotaru to fucking engine into Gotchard, and he's just that's a scream. It was so good.
That was so fucking good.
So fucking funny. Like, they don't do forced henshins a lot, but when they do, they're like pretty fucking like when like in O's when like
I was thinking about it.
was like Edgy was like unconscious, so they had to like stand him up and just like make him transform.
You just see the floating Ankh hand handle the O scanner on him. That was fun.
So good, so good.
And then I got kicked into shin, and then my butt got set on fire.
Yeah, no, the suit actor was having a fucking fun day with in that suit.
And then fucking Hoshino comes in with the Star Wave! and then fucking Fire Mars leaves Hotaru and goes over to Hoshino. Now I have the 5th element!
And then then you find out, oh, those orbs are just chemies.
Yeah, which they at no point in this episode, maybe they'll do it next week, but at no point did Hotaru go, hey, maybe I should take those back.
No, Hotaru seems to be the guy that isn't like everyone else is like, oh, you got Chemy, you want to get away? Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no. Remember,
you
want coexistence.
I feel like but I feel like this is like he's breaking like alchemy, like some kind of alchemy law. Where
The
like,
thing is, as you see in the early episodes, Hotaru is trying. What Hotaru would like to do is to have Chemies coexist with humanity and have each of them find a human with which they can live peacefully. But as we see,
it's the plot to the Lilo and Stitch show.
Yes, exactly. But as we see, alchemy law, quote unquote, means that they have to capture all of the Chemies and take them back to the academy. But I feel like that's potentially how the series is going to end, with Otaro releasing all the chemies back to the humans with which they could live peacefully.
So we get to this guy's backstory.
Yeah, apparently he was quote unquote studying and training to become a spirit medium, and then he quote unquote collapsed while training, and then we get the best shot in the episode.
Shot number 2.
Of his fucking dummy getting yoked off the cliff.
And this is where the theory of him being juggler kind of like
Juggles?
is sort of true, because like no man would survive this fall. No normal human being would.
He was clearly lying. That wasn't him falling. That was a fucking stage dummy. I feel like this is the show. This was the show's way of telling us he didn't actually do that. He's making this shit up.
Oh, okay.
It's like when Homer was up at the top of the hill there. He froze the dummy.
See, okay, he's training to be a spirit medium, right? This would have been such a good opportunity to like cameo like Onari from Ghost in here.
Oh my god, that would have been so much better.
I miss Onari so fucking much.
God!
I loved him, and then he became a fucking like Lupin the Third detective.
Yeah.
Good times.
But so Garion isn't around, which means we're back to our pre-Garion shtick of it's just random bullshit episodic plot and monster of the week with random captured chemies. So Atropos uses her gold cube to turn a bunch of land shark punks who are disrespecting the land into the Barosol and Carreri Malgums.
They were cool.
Yeah, nothing super creative in terms of Malgum design, but they get the job done.
I don't like the Barosol Chemy itself, because I don't like it has this like human leg jutting under it. It bothers me.
So we're still getting like chemies late into like episode 28.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not chemies, amalgams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. But yeah, as of this episode, they've only collected 78 out of the 101.
They specify at the early bit of this episode that they still only have 78 out of 101 chemies.
Okay, that's clever. His like tongue is like an arm.
Yeah, that was the only part of that design that I thought was neat. But they've done far more clever versions of the arm is this other thing with other amalgam designs.
The Gorilla Sensei amalgam is still like top tier, the best one.
The fist.
The
fist face.
So good. So good.
Yep.
Yeah, we have Platinum Gotchard. Sorry, Platina Gotchard.
It actually gets its own henshin sequence this episode, which was pretty good.
Why not during its debut? Fuck if I know.
Because he was upgrading to it from Iron Gotchard, so you had to see the transition from one suit to the other, whereas this is henshining right into it from unhenshined state.
Very, very true.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
Like Digimon.
Warp?
I miss Iron Gotchard already. Iron Gotchard was cooler.
I'll be surprised if we ever see it again at this point.
Mm-hmm. I will say I've gotten used to the helmet. The helmet's pretty cool.
I still don't like it.
My nose is right here.
He's got a cute little crosshopper poking out the top of his chest. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's a cable. Here I hold the last baby mutant.
Speaking of cable, X-Men 97 is getting really interesting.
I don't know what Magneto's thought with that outfit. Like, god damn.
I'm not going to say anything explicitly spoilery, but the name new villain came up with in this episode, I know I was told it was from the comics, but that doesn't excuse how fucking stupid it is.
It was from the 90s. What do you expect?
I expect them to do better.
At least they're making Cyclops look fucking cool, because he's my favorite X-Men.
Yeah.
Not to derail, but apparently Kevin Feige mentioned the only reason they did the X-Men show is for two reasons. One, get as much as the original cast back as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And two, you gotta have the theme song.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They paid Haim Saban and Shuki Levy to get the theme song rights.
Fuck yeah.
Great.
It's like, okay, now we can do the show.
Nice. So anyway, Barosol does its super Hisatsu lick spin. And then
Ninja spin.
And then Gotchard did something I did not think it would do. It remembered the Gotchard Excalibur exists.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sword he gets for a power-up you haven't seen yet. That they have literally already... It was literally 3 power-up forms ago at this point of the show.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest complaints about Gotchard is that, like, he's been just going through fucking new forms like candy. Like,
And not just, like, horizontal form changes, like vertical power-up changes.
Yeah.
Some of them are CGI.
Oh, the wild forms are goddamn atrocities.
Oh, I love the wild forms.
The only one I think is funny enough to negate how stupid it is Parka Ghost.
Oh, no, the Parka
Or Bunny Parka.
Love that one.
Whatever the fuck that one's called, I forget. Anyway.
It's like most Railroad Riders Lane. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so he pulls out the caliber for 1 attack and then puts it away, and then finishes off the monster with this corkscrew breakdance kick, which was pretty fucking cool.
Also, I gotta commend the land shark like actors, because like you see like them like later on, like they're like unconscious, but they just like have these faces the whole time, and like I was waiting for them to like break character or break these faces. They did not. It was like a solid like 2-minute scene, and they're just sitting there with these frozen expressions on their faces the whole time, and I was like, that's fucking impressive.
That was so good. It looked like it looks like they died while screaming, scared for their lives.
It looks like they saw a ghost.
Oh!
There you go.
And then the episode ends with one of the village's old men getting attacked outside by something we don't see.
It's probably a Ragon.
It's probably Amalgam.
Most likely going to be a Ragon.
What the fuck is a Ragon?
It's a kaiju from Ultraman.
Oh,
Does
okay.
the same thing. Lives out in the woods. Wait, am I thinking all right? Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's Ragon.
I don't know. You could say
Anyways,
literally anything, and I have no idea.
This was filler, but very fun filler.
No, it's filler week.
I don't know what's that shot, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. All I could pick out of the preview was that it looks like Rengi's gonna try and do more combat alchemy, maybe? I hope so. I would like to see her do something.
Kamen Rider Renge, maybe?
As long as it's not called that, sure.
She just gets like a deer fucking rider suit.
Sal would be so down.
Oh, absolutely.
No, the suit would be made of money.
Alright. Well, anyways, now we got you. Let's talk about Boonboomger.
Say the thing.
The Bakuage chain and boom change. I don't know.
Don't stop the boom boom.
All right, before we get into this week's episode, Gar, would you like to talk about the first 3 episodes that you caught up on?
Yeah, so Lane messaged me at like, I want to say like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Doesn't matter. He was like, "Hey, it's just gonna be Ichi and me tonight. Do you want to be on the show?" And I was like, "I'm not caught up on Gotchard, but I can easily get caught up on Boonboomger." So I rewatched the first episode, and then I watched the other episodes.
Yes.
It's a show.
It is a show that is airing on Japanese television.
It's just like I was just lost for words. So I was like, "What's going on?" I like the dynamic of the team of like they're not really like a team in a sense. It's like, okay, so I'm your boss, and
I'm your rich hot boss.
Just don't ask me where I got my money.
It's a backstory we'll get into.
It's like, hey, where's he going? To work. He has a job.
Okay.
Episode 3 though is probably my favorite episode because just the silliness of like everyone freeze. She just rides her bike past. Just oh, he hates things that move. Like strike pose.
Yep.
Walk, strike pose.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
7. We made the Batman jokes last week.
See this man right here? We must protect this man at all times.
Someone please make the Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme with him and Lane. I've only had this man for 1 month.
I fucking adore this man. I fucking love Joe so much.
I feel sorry for his bike in the last episode. His bike, like, it gets cut in half. He's about to. He still has like the muscle memory of like trying to park the bike or ride the bike. He's like, right.
Just drops it.
Like, I love this guy so fucking much.
He is pretty adorable.
He's so adorable. He's so committed to his job. He wants to help people. And I'm just like this is the moment when like he's watching the Boonboomgers fight and he's just so in awe. He's just so inspired by them. And I just had to take this screenshot. I was just like, I love this man. I asked Blaze to make it a fucking emoji in the Discord server. So if you go on the emojis, you can make a Joe emoji. It's just I want to protect this man. Like he is hands down my favorite character in Boonboomger, like for all time, for eternity. Like episode 5 is gonna be so the moment when he fucking arrests Mira, just so good, fucking good.
I love that she did a fucking solo roll call.
Well, because everyone's calling them tire people, so she was just trying to like set that straight, being like, "No, we're the Boonboomgers."
Oh, it's like the Disney movie Minutemen. They wear white suits in that movie, and everyone just calls them the suit jacket guys. It's like fake suit jacket guys, and as we're called the Minutemen.
So. I guess the news reported about like their battles and stuff, and so it says now they're on TV, and now also Boondaris, we also must protect him at all times, because I loved when he's just like watching himself on TV and he's like, yeah, famous, yay! Like I saw that him do that, and I just went. I love him.
I will say this episode is doing something in Toku that you don't really see a lot, and they're focusing on like the public existence. Most Toku, they don't really deal with the general public or like the news or any of that, aside from just like whatever people happen to be in the area. But it seems like they're framing the plot of Boonboomger as if they are a well-known public entity at this point.
I don't think they've done this since like probably honestly Lupin Pat.
I like how it's like the news segment at the beginning was so intense. There was no recap for the episode.
Yeah.
Or for the previous, it just jumped straight into it. No,
it's because the news show did the recap for us.
Kind of reminds me a bit of how in Ultraman Rube, like they would have the news on in the background. Sometimes they'd be talking about like recent events, and one of the characters would always just turn off the TV aggressively with the remote. So I'm just waiting for one of them just to pick up the TV, go back up to the surface, just throw it into the water there. Just.
So this episode, we also get introduced to the ISA.
All right, I want to talk about this one. This week, we finally got to meet my favorite character in this show, Saibu Shirabe, who is surprisingly not technically Joe's boss at the police force, but apparently she's an agent of the ISA, the International Space Agency, who are a separate government entity specifically tasked with preventing extraterrestrial attack, which means that Joe is actually a police officer, but she is from this separate agency, and they're just working together. So she's not technically his boss. He's just working for her under a commission.
What does this remind you of?
Wait a minute. An international space organization that's all about protecting the Earth from alien threats and weird, mysterious things. I don't know, but this patrol is starting to sound a bit too science for me. Get rid of this science patrol, if you know what I mean.
No, it sounds like the group from fucking Geed that
AIB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly this.
What does AIB mean again?
It was like, was it like the Alien something Bureau?
Yeah.
Investigation?
Like
I think it was like the Alien Investigation Bureau.
Yeah, alien. Yep, that's what it was. Where they would basically find aliens on Earth and send them back to their home planets. Be like,
yeah. And one of the agents was like a female, and then she had like an alien partner who actually their actors were married in real life, and they had a baby, and they cameoed in Saber.
Saber.
Yeah.
I had a feeling as we were being introduced to Saibu Shirabe that she was gonna turn out to be have multiple different sides to her as a character. And this episode, even this early, we got to see a little bit of that at the end. But I like her a lot. She's my favorite.
Oh no, she's so good. I love her.
She tries so hard to be all hard-faced about everything she's doing, but she's fully enjoying being part of this. I can tell.
Yeah, and like Bundario, like even like makes her curry, and it's like, oh, have some of my curry. It's great.
But yeah, so
he's wearing an apron.
She after they arrest Boon Pink, fucking Taya calls her out through the wrist changer, and they just invite the cops into his home, into their secret base.
Yeah, sure, he's rich. He doesn't give a shit.
I'm rich.
Yeah, so we find out that he inherited a mass. We found out he's inherited like a mass fortune.
I don't think they explicitly said inherited. They said that he amassed a fortune when he was young. So it may not necessarily be a parental inheritance. We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
What's your superpower again?
Money.
I'm rich.
Some of my favorite lines ever in a DCU movie.
Or if it's Batman from the Pete Holmes special, I'm just rich and nuts. Yep, rich and nuts. But yeah, so Saibu and Joe walk into their fucking secret Boonboomger base and demand that they disband. But then she just shifts it into, no, actually, you're going to work for us, and we will decide if and when you do anything. And Taya takes offense to that, understandably, and promptly responds with, fuck that, we will do what we want and try to fucking stop me.
I was under the impression that they were going to get fired and they were going to hire people that they thought were qualified to be the Boonboongers.
She did say something about we will choose who will handle the Boonboonger equipment. So it did seem like we were going to take your morphers and shit and hand them to police officers. That was the vibe that I got from that.
Yeah, and like Ty is like doing his whole speech, and he has like the other two with him, and then you just see like Joe just be like, "Wow, it's so cool."
So yeah, Taya basically goes, "No, we're gonna work on equal footing. We'll share intelligence, and I choose who will fight."
Yeah, I choose who's on my team.
What was the monsters episode? I watched
the sauna Kurumaju was so interesting of a design. He had his own water bucket sticking out of him that he would get water scooped and poured onto his head coals, and he would just distribute heat to everyone around him.
All of them having the red eyes thing, it's just making me think of Disaster from Saber.
Honestly, the red eyes remind me of Omazeo.
What was horrible was like he uses his like sauna ability on the on like a bunch of like civilians, and apparently it like basically he turns like the heat to like 80 degrees Celsius, and I was like, oh god, that's hot, like very uncomfortably horribly hot.
Welcome to saunas.
I mean I enjoy. I haven't been in a sauna in a long time, but I enjoyed them in my youth.
I don't like saunas.
No, of course. Well, you don't like heat.
I don't even like hot tubs.
No, hot tubs are great.
No, you're just cooking yourself from the inside out.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of skin to cook.
So like they're all calling for like the Boonboongers to help and stuff, and like Taya's just like he's like we're going, and so they're going, and like
but before that, one thing that happens right before they actually leave is Genva calls them insisting that the Boonboomgers deliver themselves to the scene, and we see him doing so on his changer.
Yeah.
Which means he's already Boon Orange.
Yeah, so like she gets Joe to like try to stop them, and like Ty just looks at them and it's like, yeah, no, get out of her way, and like they leave, and so she's like, stop them, like, Joe, don't you like go, don't you leave or whatever, and he's just like, yeah, but people are in danger. I'm a police officer. I can't just not help them. And he leaves. Now it's just like, fucking right, Joe. You're the best. You're best cop boy.
I mean, technically, she's not his boss. He does not have to answer to her. They're just working together from separate agencies.
No, but he did state that he was assigned to work alongside her. So,
yeah. But yeah. So we get this fight against the Sana Kurumaju. And we see some new and interesting special attacks. And I honestly think they should have done Red's one last because of how fucking bonkers it was. He does the fucking driver drive where the screwdriver part of his weapon thrusts forward, basically pulling a fucking Kamishiri no Yari from Bleach, where it stabs through the monster and then pokes him out into the atmosphere, pulls him all the way around the world, literally all the way back to where he started so that he can just do a slash attack on him.
Yeah, no, that was fucking nuts. It was so good.
Then Blue does shoot drive, which is just a scatter shot, and then Pink does twist drive, where she steers the monster around and then honks at it.
It makes me very excited to see what like Boon Black and Boon Orange are gonna do with their weapons.
And like those attacks were cool, but I feel like we kind of... I feel like it would have been more dramatically appropriate if Red did his attack third. You know, like build up to it. Don't just blast the fucking super of dramatic amazing one right up front and then do other less important ones.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like it, like as cool as it was, it does feel a bit over the top, especially for episode 4 of all things.
Yeah.
Well, it's to show Ty is a badass. So,
but I thought it was very cool how we got to see a different version of their normal Hisatsu handling drive. Like it wasn't. They've been doing it with the stock sequence thing, but they did it kind of differently this episode, so that was nice to see for a change. And it looks like I'm kind of getting my wish in the way that these highway dimension battles have been consistently a thing so far. I kind of hope we continue to keep those as a main focus of the show.
I noticed they are getting a bit shorter though.
Yeah, I'm worried that they're gonna shorten them bit by bit and then phase them out completely.
Like it's just gonna get straight to the point of like he drives so fast he jumps, like he gets the hashi oil, the gasoline.
The gasoline?
Yeah, the gasoline goes into the pocket and then just spits like right out immediately.
Probably.
They did make a notice though, like the Hashirians, like they made a mention that like when what's the little car's name again?
Yarukar.
Yeah, Yarukar, that like he stopped saying like car when he's like bigger and like aggressive. So like I'm keeping that in the back burner for now.
Don't know if that was just like a one-off gag or if Yarukar is actually experiencing some kind of development.
Yeah, I mean, he might be evolving. Who knows?
Maybe.
I can't remember. Was it this episode or last episode where they did the team pose? The villains.
They did it this episode.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like this is how the villains are going to work in the show. These three are going to stick around, and I'm only using this example because I've been reading a lot of it. They're going to be the Peel-Off gang.
Oh, we've been saying they have huge Jesse, James, and Meowth energy.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones that stick around, where their boss, who reports to the big boss from
yeah,
that's how I interpret it.
That's what it looks like.
He's going to show up. He's going to get his ass kicked. New guy's going to show up, and those three are going to be like, hey, listen, we were here on Earth, and we
were here
how
first.
Things work. So how about we just work together, okay? Whatever. All right, cool.
Or maybe they'll just get fired and then just wander the planet with no purpose.
Open a little mod paw shop.
Maybe they'll turn out to be good later.
They'll be the survivors. Be like, what happened to our crew?
Everyone else got murdered.
I think they died.
No.
I will say one thing that they still haven't done yet is explain why, when they launch the Boon cars, why they literally launch all of them when they only use the 3 main ones.
It's just cool. It's just a cool shot.
I guess it is just to showcase just how many we got. Gotta promote those toys somehow.
And
Yeah,
imagine
that
if they keep doing this when they add more.
Oh.
What? Well, judging from their license plate in the opening, it looks like they're only going to get like 3 more vehicles, like big vehicles at least.
Yeah, the driver's licenses they have spots for a few more.
Yeah.
So they turn to Boonboomger Robo, and then like they just do a thing where they unscrew like the sauna armor off. Of
Yeah, just like they did in episode 1.
He's like, "Oh, I'm cold."
Oh, what I also wanted to mention earlier is I love that fucking Boon Red and the monster have a literal fucking towel fight.
Yes. Like, oh, we gotta steal his towel and his little water bucket thing.
Yeah.
This is weird.
And then he does Ladle Crusher.
So so they beat the monster. And then we get back to the base, and so she agrees to their terms, to Tai's terms, and then as kind of like he's like, okay, well we'll assign like someone to you as like kind of like a monitor to like kind of, you know, keep a track on like what you guys do and like your everyday. And Tai's like, cool, Joe, I want you. What?
You're hired.
Yeah, so he just like gets Joe, he like adds Joe immediately, and I was just like, yay! I'm so fucking happy. I love Joe. I love Joe so much.
And then we get this fucking scene with Saibu where he offers her more curry that she's been eating while they've been off fighting. And then you just see her turn away and just like go all ooh-woo-eyed because she's like, she is in love with Boon because she thinks he's adorable.
Well, I think it's because he also called her like One-san.
That's part of it.
Yeah, but no, she's super good. So I hope she sticks around the whole show, honestly.
I feel like she's gonna be a pretty regular fixture.
I feel like she's gonna become like the Kyoryu Violet of the show.
Well, we are
a little
getting
bit.
Boom Boom Violet, so.
I got like become a ranger herself, but like be like
the advisor.
Yeah, like the
not like a full mentor, but like an advisor role.
Okay, you know that's not really a good example. I know some of our listeners are Transformer fans, and there's this one character in a particular show called Transformers Prime, where they have a character named Fowler, who's basically their connection to the United States government.
Oh, cool.
Where he's like, it's like, Prime, what's going on with all these Decepticons? Don't worry, we're getting it figured out. All right, you better, because my bosses are, they're wondering what's going on. Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you guys.
Yeah.
How much are they ripping off? It's not ripping off. It's just, I personally like it because it showcases how we can do different things with, like, let's be fair, Super Sentais are just 85% of them are vigilantes.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's so interesting that in this series, the tokusatsu action that's happening is a noted public entity.
Like, I especially like how, again, I lost her name.
Saibu?
Yeah, Saibu. She's not really into the whole, like, you guys are evil, you're mean. No, it's like, listen, how about we just come to our base and we'll talk things out like normal fucking adults.
Something very, very few shows in this genre actually do.
So, next episode,
Boon Black.
I'm looking forward to very, very much, because yes, it is the debut of Boon Black, and yeah, Boon Red's in an electric chair. That's kind of fucked up. But
I thought it was gonna be Boom Black this episode.
Nah, we got to ease into it a little bit.
Yeah,
like
anyways, he looks so good. Oh man, like look at him. I love the siren shoulder pad. Like it's so good. Oh yeah, we get the police form. So yeah, so I'm just eagerly awaiting for like all Boom Black stuff to like be available to order, because I'm fucking ordering all of it. I'm ordering the changer, I'm ordering his cars, I'm ordering his vinyl figure. Like, oh,
You gonna get the trailer?
Maybe. But just I don't know. Like 4 episodes in, I'm loving this show to death. Like I don't think I've had a hype or like huge excitement like or love for a Sentai this much since like Loop and Pat. Because like don't get me wrong, the past like all the fast Sentais we've gotten since then, like they're great, but just none of them have really like resonated with me as like much as like this one has been so far. So I've just been loving like the characters, the dynamic of them, just like the suits, like everything. It's like I don't know, like look at this man. He's so fucking determined.
Oh hey, look, he has the Robo Jelly.
It does kind of look like that.
It does like Decker. Put the robot jelly in his hand. I don't want to see that. But
Look at his face. It's greasy.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm so fucking excited to see Joe just become a member of the Boonboomgers, and just like he's my favorite character. And honestly, I didn't think I would find a new favorite Black Ranger in Sentai so soon, because like Inu Brother's been holding that title. But yeah, Boom Black, like he hasn't even transformed yet. I haven't even seen him in action, and like he's my new favorite Black. Like
Mine is still Bamba.
He's so fucking good.
Jumping Bamba still haunts me.
He's such a good cop boy, and he must be protected at all times. I love you, Joe. You're the best.
I think my favorite Black Ranger would have to be a Gosei Black.
Gosei Black's cool.
Also, one last thing about the episode. I don't know if anyone picked up on this or noticed, but literally at the end of the episode, as they're all like walking away from the conversation, for some reason, Saibu was just like skipping along like she's on a fucking fairy tale walk through the forest.
Sure.
That was weird but adorable.
That's perfectly. That's how I describe the ending theme to the show.
Oh yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the songs?
Opening, freaking banger. Love it.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the full version.
Yeah.
Ending, I thought it could be a bit better.
Agreed.
But you know what? It's sung by famous voice actor, and it's at least catchy. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, there you go. That's fucking on point. God damn.
That's gotta be a part of the thumbnail next
Sure.
week.
Robot the Jelly.
Next week's, yeah.
Yeah, this is part of next week. That's gotta be in the thumbnail somewhere.
Suburanai.
Yeah, I love the fucking Slash Driver. I'm glad I rebought it like years ago.
All right.
Anyways, I love Boonboomger. Fucking just keep like I'm at Ichi's levels of like hype like he was for King Oger. Like it's just
like I said, King Oger was my year, and this year it's Lane's turn.
Yeah. Oh my god.
When the fuck is it gonna be my year?
Next year.
Never,
Okay.
because you're so picky and particular with your interests.
You have Ultraman.
Yeah, you have Ultraman.
All right, let's move to our feature topic.
The Symphogear.
I would have been
Symptos gears.
I would have been so fucking blown away if you just out of nowhere perfectly recited one of their Henshin songs.
I was thinking about it, and then I just remembered Tron. That's it.
That is one of the words they say.
Yep.
All right, feature topic.
So, Okay, first off, it has been 4 years since we talked about Symphogear, so like I kind of remember little things. I forgot how adorable as fuck Hibiki is. She's so cute. But I
hate her hair. I hate her hair.
I forgot about her like super fucking like depressed like lesbian roommate.
You forgot about Miku! How dare you!
So you can tell in these 2 episodes, all she wants to do is just hang out with Hibiki and just like the 2 fucking bang together for fuck's sake.
Yeah, these 2 episodes are that whole arc of I'm too busy saving the world to hang out with my best friend, but I can't tell her. And then of course the episode ends with, or the second episode ends with reveal.
There's this one particular shot where like that they linger on, where like, you know, like Hibiki gets the call and it's like, okay, I gotta go, and like, you know, her roommate's in the library and she's like, oh, Hibiki, did you want to like do that thing now? Oh, I can't, I really gotta go do this thing. Okay, no problem, it's okay, we'll do it another time. And then they just keep on this shot of just her kind of just staring out blankly, and I'm like, oh, this is destroying her inside right now.
And it's so fucking funny that when she goes to the library, she looks out the window, and by pure fucking anime contrivance, convenient bullshit, the building that Hibiki went to next door was the hospital where Tsubasa went, so Miku just completely randomly happens to see Hibiki visiting Tsubasa in the hospital.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, I've heard of like divine intervention before, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, I guess Hibiki's too busy hanging out with a fucking pop star!
So also, Chris has got a lot going on with her.
Oh, fuck yeah. So episode 5 opens... Yeah, episode 5 opens with Fine walking around naked for some fucking reason.
And talking to someone on the phone in, like, English.
I'm pretty sure that's some American dude, because they mention how, like, America is an actual, like, political power in the show. The one thing I hate about Symphogear is how there's some weird political tone to its plot. They toned it down in later seasons, but this season was really fucking confusing.
Yeah,
this
like
this entire show is confusing with how like it deals with the time scale thing. I thought it was like, all right, 2 years earlier. Okay, now she's up. It's like, so wait, are we still in the flashback? And it's like, oh, here's this character. 5 years later, it's like, what? Or 5 years prior, it's like, what? Like, rewind. Where are we? What time is it?
But yeah, so Fine is like torturing Chris for failing to capture Hibiki in the previous episode or something. I don't know. I didn't rewatch the previous episodes. It's been so fucking long.
It was super weird though. Like she's like, oh, I'll do whatever you want. It's fine. All right, cool. Let's get some food. All right, cool. Proceeds to continue torturing her. And I'm like, what have I missed? What is happening here?
Chris is a unfortunate tortured character in this first season. She gets
very, very big tits.
Yeah.
My God.
Wait till you see her henshins in the other seasons.
Oh boy.
So yeah, the focus of the plot in episode 5 is a separate relic named Durandal, which is a magical sword.
Yeah, it's a Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
It is Kamen Rider, one of Ichi's favorites.
Yeah. So apparently this relic was kept in Europe, but it was handed over to Japan to settle the debt from a loan.
Oh, I didn't catch on to that.
See what I mean about the political bullcrap in this show?
I just hate that the whole point of this episode was, okay, we need to move this sword to like a safer location. They get attacked, and then they realize, oh, I think it was safer back at our base.
Yeah, the episode ends with them canceling the transport and delaying it.
And then like the government, because like I guess this foreign minister, he gets like fucking ambushed in his car by like a bunch of like terrorists or Americans or something, and he gets fucking gunned down. And then like the new guy who takes over, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the funds to upgrade your base so it's safer. I'm like,
I
oh.
don't think it was that. It was more like because the transportation ended up being canceled, they had time to upgrade their defenses. There was this thing about the actual minister that was murdered. Before he was murdered, he was the reason they were able to freely act and like fight the noise without worrying about public outcry, because they made a big deal about how part of what their agency does, the second branch that Hibiki and Tsubasa work for, part of what they do is damage control. So they make sure that any news about the noise or the incidents related to Symphogear don't actually get out to the public. So the minister who got murdered was assisting them and allowing them to do what they wanted without being restricted by, permission and politicking and all that. But then that minister gets murdered by the American terrorists, or at least the English-speaking terrorists. And then Ryoko shows up with the case, with this information that was in the car. And then they do the whole transporting Durandal operation. And it's of particular interest that I believe his name is Gentoku. The redheaded boss dude. He makes a particular notice that the noise attacked the other escort cars, not yours. So they're thinking sentiently. But then of course their car gets flipped and attacked anyway.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that their leader there, the guy in red, he reminds me a lot of the Gen 5 champion from Black and White.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, so yeah, I forgot that Tsubasa, I was like, oh right, like her mentor died in like the first episode, and like she was like really upset about it.
Not so much mentor as partner. Like they were like partnered pop stars and Symphogear warriors together.
Oh, that's right. So she has like
back in episode 1, she used her swan song to do like a super strong attack. But the way the swan songs work is they give you a lot of power, but then you die.
Well, hence why it's called a swan song.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a clever use of the term.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like Tsubasa's like I guess like unconscious or going like under surgery or something like that because she's just having like a moment with like in her head with her partner just being like, I miss you. And she's like I have nothing to live for. And she's like, well, stop being a fucking depressed bitch and find something to live for. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
I have nothing to cling to. I don't have anything to look forward to in life. And she's like, well, fucking change that.
Yeah,
stop mourning.
I guess Tsubasa lost a battle or took a lot of damage in a fight in a previous episode, so she's kind of in her own head while unconscious in recovery, and she like manifests Kanade in her head, who speaks to her.
To quote Barney Gumble, "Don't cry for me, I'm already dead."
No. To quote Shrek, "Stop singing. No wonder you don't have any friends."
Oh.
So I guess Hibiki like gets a call to go visit Tsubasa and like bring her flowers. So like you just see her like outside her like hospital room, and she's just like, okay, let's fucking do this. I know she hates me. And she goes in. She sees like her room's a fucking mess, so she immediately thinks, oh fuck, she was kidnapped. And then Tsubasa just shows up behind her and it's just like, yeah, I just don't really think about like cleaning and shit. I'm very messy, and maybe he's like, you can fix that. She just proceeds to tidy up her entire room for her.
It is a.
It's a way to develop Tsubasa. It's a way to develop Tsubasa as a character. She's posited as this like prim and proper, perfect individual who has everything together because she's so stoic and she's a trained warrior and she knows how to fight and all that. But then this lets us open up a little bit of Tsubasa where we realize she's just a person too. She has flaws, and this flaw is she's terrible at organizing.
Well, yeah, and that's why you like I like to think as the show progresses, like, you know, Tsubasa's gonna learn stuff from Hibiki, Hibiki's gonna learn stuff from her. So
yeah.
So this is the first time I've watched Symphogear for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I assume there was a follow-up comment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like their dynamic of Hibiki being the new one, Tsubasa sort like I've already lost my partner in a sense.
Hibiki's not trying to replace Kanade, but she's trying to live up to what she did.
And after watching the first 6 episodes, you see their progression slowly get better.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it almost posits the idea that Hibiki's bad at fighting but good at being a person, and Tsubasa is the opposite.
Yeah.
My only real major complaint of the show, the fan service is a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You have to try really hard to remember that these are high school girls, and it gets a little much.
Like that's the issue. It's like this feels very uncomfortable. Like when it shows a room and it's all dirty. How many times did they cut to just random bras?
Several
in the room. It's like that.
No, yeah, and then you have that scene.
That actually kind of served the narrative that they were doing, because Tsubasa mentions that, oh, usually Ogawa comes and cleans up my room, and Hibiki's like, you had a man clean up your underwear?
also like we got a scene where like Hibiki and her roommates, like they're having a bath together, and they're just like talking, they're like tea, like blah blah, we're having a bath.
It was like, I get it, it's what they do in Japan, but it's just, it felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then there's also just like Hibiki, like she's like I'm touching on a Hibiki, blah 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 blah. I've never had a boyfriend and stuff like.
Oh yeah, that was the fight in episode 6, but so the fight in episode 5, we get to see more of Chris in the Nerhushtan armor. I forgot the fucking name already. That's how weird that name is.
The shell horn armor thing that she was wearing.
Yeah, hold on, cool. I gotta look this name up again.
I will say I forgot the whole thing when like the Symphogear is like when they're fighting, like they're singing while they're fighting, and like I like that aspect. It's really fucking cool.
The fighting and the music, the fighting and the music, and the music while fighting is the reason to watch this show. I haven't watched this show since before I knew what the term diegetic meant. Thanks, Aaron from Game Grumps. But this show absolutely is built around that idea of the music is in the show. It is happening.
And I like the attention to detail where like, you know, like Hibiki's like singing her song while like she's fighting, but then like she like trips, and then you hear her like stumble her words during the song.
You hear her crack a note.
Yeah, no, I like that attention to detail. That was really solid.
Yeah, it's really great to like have the album versions of all the songs where it's like the full song and it's fully sung correctly. But then you watch the episodes and you hear them, they're singing differently. It's a separate recording, so there's separate intonations. They pause while they're fighting because they're talking. That's part of the appeal of the show, is enjoying the show in tandem with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Chris's relic armor that she uses is called the Nehushtan armor. Ooh, it is a different existence than the Symphogear. It is a separate, complete relic of its own.
Okay. It's evil.
And she also has a separate weapon, this little bow thing that when she shoots it, it spawns noise.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. So then we get like, she sees like Durandal, and she's like, oh, it's Durandal. I gotta grab it, and then just Hibiki's like, no, fuck you, and she grabs it first, and then I guess this unlocks something in like Hibiki where it'll probably be explained more later.
Oh yeah.
She just kind of has like this like, I'm just gonna call it like a Dark Sonic moment.
I kind of got like anti-form Sora vibes.
Yeah, and so she like attacks Chris and like uses it, and then afterwards like she kind of snaps back to normal, like she regains consciousness, and then she just like the first thought she has is, oh my god, I used it to attack that girl. I feel like absolute garbage about it. And I was like, oh Hibiki, you're so sweet.
Well, yeah, she doesn't want to kill people. She only wants to defeat the noise.
Yeah, so like that was really fucking cool, and I'd like to think like, oh, this will probably be explained more later.
Hibiki's powers driving her berserk is a constant plot point throughout the show, and it's something she works on bit by bit over the series.
I like Hibiki, she's cute. I like her hair. She has like Pokemon protagonist hair.
I love that bit that Decker posted the screenshot of where she points at Tsubasa and goes, "If you think while you're hungry, you only get bad ideas." And then she screams at, "A pancake lady told me that."
Oh yeah, because like her roommate goes to like the restaurant, like Flowers, that like she asked her to go with, and she's like, "Oh, like do you want like 3 times your order today?" And she's like, "Oh no, my roommate's the one who orders that." "Oh, well, maybe I'll have some for myself." And she's like, "The fuck you will."
Yeah,
oh, look at Hibiki. She's so that looks like Kaizo armor.
that is it's a Feist collab.
Oh
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did we? Oh, I was like, huh, that armor looks a lot like Kaiza's. That's because it is. Like you didn't see the belt on her waist.
Yep.
That's cute. Good for them.
But yeah, so the first fight is where she uses Durandal, and then in episode 6, she runs into Chris again. Hibiki and Miku happen to run each other into a street in the street as Hibiki is running to intercept Chris because she's just attacking again. And this is the one where Hibiki henshins right in front of Miku in order to save her from a car that's about to smash her.
Oh yeah, like fucking one hands the card. I was like, hell yeah, that was such a sick shot.
And yeah, that's the one where Hibiki goes, "My name is Tachibana Hibiki, age 15, and these are all of my basic stats. Let's be friends!"
Hey Forza, you want to be friends? Fuck yeah!
My god, yeah. Put Hibiki in like a Forza inspired costume. That'd be sick.
Her suit is a lot of white.
Yeah.
So yeah, they start fighting instead, and Chris just gets so pissed off. She's just like, "I was ordered to kidnap you, but fuck that. I'm just going to beat the shit out of you now."
Chris has got a lot going on.
Chris is a surprisingly complex character for someone of that archetype, I'll say.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually curious to see, like, okay, how does she end up becoming a good guy? So, oh yeah, you know what? That's it. We need her backstory.
Oh yeah,
big time.
So yeah, I guess this confirms that we'll be talking about the rest of the first season.
At least,
might as well. I'm interested. Maybe
we have to at least do the next episode because that's where Ichi Ball happens.
Oh. Ichi's balls. I don't want to think I want to see those.
Get all 7. You get a wish.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can't wait to see more with the lesbian roommate.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing.
I just the whole time I'm watching these 2 episodes, I just feel so bad for her. I'm like, she just wants to be with the roommate. That's all.
I just want lunch.
She just wants to eat a shit ton of food with her.
Just wanted some of your fucking cereal.
Probably make out with her a couple times. I don't know. They were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. While they're fighting, we get to see Chris use the Nirvana Geddon attack, which does the thing that Symphogear does a lot that I like, and where they make wallpapers out of them launching their special attacks.
Yeah, that was cool.
That happens a lot over the entire show.
Yeah, I like that. I can't remember like what Hibiki exactly said, but she was like about to like hit Chris, and she's like, "Well, I can't do this thing, but I can punch her really hard with this."
Yeah.
And
So what's going on with that is over this part of the show, Hibiki's able to transform, but she hasn't been able to manifest her weapon, which is they call armed gear. So over the course of this arc of the show, Hibiki decides, well, if I can't summon my weapon, I'll just put the energy into my actual punch attacks instead. And that sort of goes on to develop Hibiki as the fist fighter of the group.
Quick, Hibiki, use your instincts. Proceeds to bite the muse.
I mean, you can't solve it. Punch it.
Scared of the dark? Punch it.
Punch it.
Computer not working? Punch it.
Punch it.
Roommate is judging herself because she thinks that she doesn't want to hang out with you. Don't punch it.
Don't punch it. But yeah, it's an interesting way. It's an interesting way to set up Hibiki as a very individual Symphogear user compared to everyone else over the course of the series.
Yeah,
sorry.
and since she's the protagonist, you know, she's just gonna get fucking cooler and cooler as the show goes on.
I'm sorry, I just think it's funny that, like, of all the books that her roommate pulls out at the library, it's how to be honest with yourself. It's like,
Oh, yeah, no, I saw her pull that book, and I was like, I want to give you a hug so badly right now.
And then
I'm
after
like,
she
"Poor
sees
thing."
Hibiki, she just puts it back. Like, guess not.
No. I felt so bad for her.
I won't go into specifics, but all I'll tell you is the thing with Miku gets worse before it gets better.
Oh no.
In this season.
Oh no! I don't think
episodes left the season.
I don't think I can bear to fucking watch this woman fucking get her heart broken. This poor
Actually,
girl.
does it happen this season? I have to check. No, no. The thing I'm thinking of happens next season.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you need to do a Symphogear rewatch, Ichi.
Oh, it's 5 seasons.
In a movie?
Dude, you can binge shit in a weekend. I believe in you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, the show actually is still pretty cool. So
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to watch more.
And this is still just first season. That so much cool shit happens in the later seasons.
Any more of those banger songs?
Yeah. Oh my god, the first season songs are still among my favorites even now.
Yeah. Oh, and the Symphogear movie's coming. Cool.
Neat.
Very cool. There you go. See, rewatch the series, and then you can be ready for the movie.
Well, once they announce the date, then I'll plan rewatching the show.
There you go. You'll do it. You're a binge machine.
All right. Well, that will be it for Castranger this week. Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week is April, and you know what that means.
Oh no.
Metal April.
God, how many more times can we do this month?
We've done it 6 times now.
Fucking
This
Jesus
is-
Christ.
This is Metal April 6. That's
This is
yeah.
Metal
Over half our existence as a podcast, we've done this fucking themed month. God damn.
He literally has it written on the schedule as Metal April 6. Like it's Metal Slug.
Metal Slug.
Hey, keep in mind, we took a 1 year off from Metal April 1 year. So that we could do anime.
I listened to an episode, like, because apparently there's an episode of Castranger I wasn't on where you guys talked about, like, the Kikaider reboot movie, and then, like, I came on the week after. I came back the week after, and I just said, so I rewatched the Kikaider reboot movie. God, that fucking sucked.
But yeah, so for our first week of Metal April 6, we will be talking about Jiku Senshi Spielbahn.
Oh, the one of the 3 VR troopers is based off of.
You didn't write
Yeah.
you didn't write episode numbers, so I assume just 1 and 2.
Spoilers, I haven't gotten around to watching the show yet, so I'm not sure if it's like a 1-part or a 2-parter.
Oh, bad gar.
So I'll find out next week.
Hey, better. But keep us in the know, eh?
Yeah, dude, it's just sort of funny to think. I spent the majority of the end of January binge watching the rest of VR Troopers. So I was like,
Way to go.
you know, let's put Spielbahn on there.
All right. And of course, a hearty thank you to our currently active patrons, all of which include Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Minus the Fool, Vegas, Jackaplier, and a new patron this past week, Jax Aguirre.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much.
for joining our family of cast fan patrons. Everyone who was an active patron got to preview the new logo, the new roll call, and our new caster suit models the second I had them done. So everyone got a little preview of that. Yes, and it was thanks to you guys currently subscribed to our Patreon that I was able to afford the cameo to Lenne Hardt to get that new roll call.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope to.
Yeah, some of us kicked in together.
I'll
But-
help eventually.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for liking, watching, listening, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, merch store, Discord, all of our cool shit. I hope everyone enjoys the brand new rebrand of Castranger. And of course, now that we have rebranded, it is time for Ultracaster to die.
Yeah, fuck you, Ultracaster.
He's being reborn as Yellowcaster again next week. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he's Yellowcaster again. Welcome back.